Shawn Kinley, how did you become involved with improvisation in the first place?
Well, I've been improvising for about 20 years now, and I started in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. There's a man by the name of Keith Johnstone, and he created a lot of forms of improvisation: theater sports, guerrilla theater, maestro theater. And I started by going to that theater and watching for a little bit, and then I'd been performing for 5 years before that, and I started to take up that form of improvisation at that theater.
What are the most important things in improvising?
The most important things in improvising are to be fearless, to be open, and to not think ahead, to be in the moment, fearless, and to be right there with the audience.
How can you gain such abilities?
Practice. Practice and turning off the natural tendency to run away from problems, to be curious, to teach yourself to always open the doors that are in front of you. So if you are approaching a cave in an improvisation scene, instead of going, there could be danger in there, I'm going to go in another direction. Look in that direction and say, there could be danger in there, let's go find it and go in there. Because the audience wants to see you in trouble. So put yourself at risk, and then the audience will be happy.
What skills does improvising improve?
It allows you to be more creative. It allows you to be more open. It again teaches you not to be scared of things. It teaches you that failure isn't a bad thing. When you fail, you learn from your mistakes and you improve. People think about Magic Johnson, the basketball player, and a couple of years ago he had the most amount of baskets, more than anyone else, and everybody was amazed with him. And he goes, yeah, but the thing that people don't know is I failed more than anyone else. I missed more baskets than anyone ever has. It's just that I kept trying and trying and trying, so I also made the most amount of baskets. So that's one thing it teaches you, is to keep trying. And when you do fail, forget it, because there's always success ahead.
You have taught all over the world for 2 decades. Have you noticed any cultural differences in improvising between different nations?
Yeah, of course there's a lot of differences, because our society teaches us to be the person we are, and you see that reflected on stage. So the Japanese are a very, at first, reserved kind of performer, very, very interesting to watch, and often quite physical. The Americans are quite loud and outgoing. The Finnish people are very curious and interesting to watch. In some ways, the Finnish and the Canadians are very similar. Yeah, every country you go to, you're going to find a different quality to the improvisation. But in all of the improvisers, you see a similar desire to move into unknown territory.
Where do you get your ideas?
Sometimes I don't know. It happened for a long time that once a year I would be in bed and ideas would start coming to me, and I'd have to write them down. It was just one night a year that I'd come up with 5 brilliant ideas. And for the rest of the year, I'd use those 5 ideas. And then the next year, 5 more ideas would come to me. But now I've learned not to focus on just one time when all the ideas come, and to just try to... wait a second, I have a call coming in. Huh? Yes. The ideas come from inspiration from outside, so if the phone rings, I use it. Right. Okay, thank you for that. So that's another way. Just if something inspires me from outside, I use the idea.
What's the most important project you have had?
Well, the one that inspired me most was a circus in Europe, in Poland. And there was about 23 young Polish athletes, and we did a circus based on Cirque du Soleil. It was for the Canon Corporation, Canon cameras, Canon copiers. And it was amazing to watch these young kids doing these quadruple flips in the air and amazing things. So that was the most important performance I think I was ever involved in. I directed and wrote that one.
What's your motto? Do you have one?
Anything is possible, I think. And I truly believe it is possible to do anything you want, as long as you, again, believe in it and keep moving forward.
What keeps you going doing this?
All my life I've had a curious nature. When I was younger, I would take apart the stereo or the TV and find out what was going on inside. Rarely could I ever get it back together, but it's curiosity. It just keeps me wondering why people think the way they do, why people do what they do, and how can I explore and do things more.